Democrats inching closer to an impeachment showdown after Nancy Pelosi gives the signal to move ahead starting Monday. They will present their official findings as they begin drafting articles of impeachment. Let's bring in our headliner this morning, Sarah Sanders, former White House press secretary and Fox News contributor. Sarah, good morning to you and welcome. Split show today, so Bill and I will both talk to you. I'll take on the first one here. The 5 p.m. deadline today. That is Jerry Nadler inviting the White House to participate in the process. We know the White House declined to participate last week in the first public hearing, or the hearing that happened this week, I should say. They declined last week. Now they have an invitation to participate next week. What does the White House do next with all of this?
Look, I'll let the White House make that announcement when the time comes, but I think that what we've seen this week further proves that this is a huge waste of time and a major just circus that has been put on by House Democrats. I think it's an embarrassment to the party for them, and I think it's certainly time for them to move on, not give the go-ahead. I think Nancy Pelosi is making a big mistake, and this is going to backfire and only help further fuel the president to be reelected in November, and I think that's a good thing for America.
It's interesting because the president, in a tweet yesterday, seemed to sort of be daring Democrats to just move on, go forward with this, speed it up. He said, if you're going to impeach me, do it now, fast, so we can have a fair trial in the Senate. Do you think that that's the situation that the White House is currently preparing for?
Look, I think they're preparing for every scenario at this point. At the end of the day, I don't think it's going to matter. The president's going to be vindicated by the Senate, and this whole thing is going to be something in the past, and we're going to move forward, and the president's going to continue doing what he's done throughout the entire process, and that is continuing to focus on things that actually matter and trying to get some stuff done, while Democrats have wasted all of their time and all of America's time on this ridiculous impeachment sham. The president and the White House and his administration are going to continue doing what they did and seeing some of those results like we did this morning with the new jobs report. 266,000 new jobs, matching a 50-year unemployment low at 3.5%. I mean, no one can deny that under this president, the country is doing spectacular, particularly the economy. And I think the Democrats are making a big mistake by wasting all of their time focusing on this ridiculous sham that's going nowhere.
That was the recent headline or tweet from the White House just a few moments ago. The president tweeting about that great jobs report and the record stock market. Bill?
Yeah, Sandra, Sarah, I understand why the White House doesn't want to participate. They don't want to give legitimacy to the process. But do you think they've missed an opportunity here to drive their point and their message home to the American people when you know so many millions have been watching for the past 3 weeks? Did they miss that moment?
I don't think so, because I think what we saw unfold day after day of all of these testimonies and hearings was that nothing happened, that there was nobody that witnessed anything of consequence, and we had a bunch of liberal professors come up and pontificate and insult the president's son. I mean, I think the whole thing has actually just backfired and shown each day that they've had somebody come up has been furthering the case that nothing took place of any type of wrongdoing by the president or by his administration.
And so, I get it. Some of that's in the rearview mirror right now. You got a 5 o'clock deadline today where the White House is going to issue some sort of letter to give us an indication as to whether or not they participate next week or the week after. If they choose not to cooperate in any measure with the House, they will go all in on a Senate trial. What are you hearing about what their strategy could be if that unfolds in January?
I mean, I think that when it comes to the Senate, the president will be fully vindicated throughout that process. I think you're going to see a much more fair, open, and transparent process take place there. Nothing like what we've seen from House Democrats. And I expect that this to hopefully move on quickly and everybody get back to focusing on the business that actually impacts our country.
Well, we will wait. We're on standby for the White House when that letter comes out. We'll certainly pass it to viewers. Sarah, thank you for your time. It was short today given all the breaking news, but thank you. We hope you come back soon. Sarah Sanders there.